Let's make a table or door swag. You're going to need a couple of the Dollar Tree trees, decorations for your swag, a bow, as many decorations as you want. You're also going to need some zip ties or some wire, and then scissors or nippers to cut the wire. So let's take the trees out, and we're going to pull that plastic piece off the end. We don't need that. And now we're going to figure out how to put these together to make them look more like a swag. We're just going to spread out the branches on the trees. Keep it flat because you want it to look more like a single branch than you want it to look like a tree. So you can see I'm spreading them out here, and I'm just going to try and decide where I want them to be. And this is just roughly deciding where I'm going to wire it together, which is I'm going to use the zip ties for that. So I'm playing around with it with the branches out. Now I can see sort of where I'd like it to be. Make those decisions about how big I want it, how small I want it. And then take some zip ties or some wire if you have it, and then zip tie together the two main bars from each tree that run up the center of the tree. So zip tie that. Now I was using a very small zip tie here. You could probably use a bigger one, have faster results, but I had what I had, so I used that. And then I zip tied it closer to what will be the bottom of the swag when it's on the door. Also around the two main bars. And this is just going to hold it all together and make it nice and firm. Snip that off. And you can do as many of those as you like. I decided to go up all the way up to the other end of the first tree and just zip tie it with a bigger tie. Now that was a red one, which will be covered with decoration, so it's not going to matter. But you can also just take a marker and color it black so you won't be able to see it. Then I took my nippers and I just started to shape the swag so it looks more like a single branch instead of two trees tied together. And I was pretty happy with the results on this. So there we go. We have our swag, our tree branch, our faux tree branch, ready to go. I'm just going to color in that marker so it will never be seen. Or sorry, color in that zip tie so it won't ever be seen. And I'm just playing with the branches now. This part, it takes the longest because you want it's like fluffing a bow. And now you just lay in your decorations. Now I put them in first. I lifted a few branches and things like that. And I put the decorations down first before I glued anything. Those are the rusty bells that I made in a different video from some Dollar Tree glitter bells. And they're going to be the main focus of the tree, so I want those on first. Start with the bigger ornaments first and then work your way to smaller. And you can wire them on like I did here, or you can hot glue them in. It completely depends on whether you're going to be putting this outside or not. If this is going to be outside, I would recommend you wire stuff in. And if you're going to be on the door, if you're going to be just leaving it in the house, then that's fine with hot glue. But the hot glue will definitely be affected by the heat and the cold outside, depending on your environment. We are very cold here in the wintertime, so it can crack and things will fall off. And we don't want that after all this hard work. So I decided I'm going to keep it in the house, and I'm just taking apart Dollar Tree supplies, acorns. This is a Dollar Tree candle ring, I think, and I'm using it for the red on it. I decide against the white, and I'm just tucking things in and just designing it before I glue anything down. Some curly twine, and I'm having a good look at it as I'm going to see it on the door or hanging in the house, and then I just start to glue things in. So this is the fun part, and you can put whatever you like on there. I just kept getting more and more things out of the box and deciding, oh, I like that, oh, I like that, oh, I like that. That's just how it goes for me. So I knew this was going to be a full swag, and I'm happy with that. I wanted it to have some red in it. I also decided, in a few minutes you'll see, I decided I wanted a little bit of shine as well to sort of contrast against the rusty elements that I have in there and the organic elements that I have in there. So there we go. We're just gluing things in where they were laid in, basically. And happy with that. Then I decide, no, I don't want that star. It's too much. But, oh, I do like these shiny red ornaments. So these are also from the Dollar Tree. I just grabbed a bunch of those. They're the glittery ones. So that I put them down. Like I said, I just place them first, see if I like it. If I like it, then I glue it. That way I'm never trying to take something apart that's already been glued in, because that's no fun, right? All right, so now to get rid of all the little glue threads that the glue gun likes to make, I just use my blow dryer on warm and just blow dry everything, and those threads just melt away. Now your bow, I just took a bow and placed it on the top. This, you'll see a bonus video at the end of this video, how to do this bow. And then I decided, oh, I wanted to cover that final end piece, so I just took some twine and covered that up, just in case it happens to show when it's hanging. And of course, with farmhouse, you can always use twine to fix a few things up. And then I put some of the curly jute into the swag because I started to like that. And then I started adding some shiny bells that I had because this is a bell swag. So I found a few other bells that I had in my Christmas supply stash. Placed the bow, and there you have it. I was very happy with this. So then you just keep adding, and there's your swag. Then I decided, oh, more is better. And now this can either sit on the table or it can go on a door. It's completely wherever you want to put it. So if you're going to have it on a table, that'd be great. If you want to hang it on the door, you can do that. I just took one of the little branches from behind and twisted it around itself to make a little loop out of one of the tree branches so that I could hang it with that and it would fit right in. And there you have it. That's what it looks like when it's all done. I hope you enjoyed that part of the video. There's a bonus bow video coming up. This is your bonus bow video. So I take some wired ribbon that I found at Michael's and I just roll it in a little loop like that. And then I just take the ribbon and go back and forth underneath, back and forth until I get the shape that I want. Back and forth like this. And I'm happy with that. I think 3 is good. So I'm going to use my clothespin to clamp it, to hold on to it so it's like an extra set of fingers. And then I'm going to make one final loop. I'm going to cut off a piece here about 18 inches longer, and I'm going to loop it around under itself and make sure that the loop is more than halfway across so that when we put the wire in, everything gets caught. Do you see how it's more than halfway across the loop? So now take your wire or your zip tie, whichever you're choosing to use, and I'm going to use the I just used the clothespin as an extra set of hands until I got this wire in place. Twist it tightly. Zip tie would work well here too. And I use the wire though so I can use it to hang on things later. And then cut that bottom loop in half and those become the tails to your ribbon. So now all you need to do is trim up the tails a little bit and you will have a really super cute little ribbon. And you have to play with the forcing the tails down a little bit until you get them where you want them. And then there you go. You have a cute little ribbon or a cute little bow to work on your swag or in any other decor that you have. I hope you enjoyed the video. Follow along on my page if you'd like to see more like this, and please like and share. It helps me out tremendously.